بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
मेरी तौबा है तौबा है मेरे इला मुझ गुनाहगार को तू न देना सजा मेरी आहों को सुन ले है हाजत रवा
التائب حبيب الله التائب من الذنب كمن لا ذنب له. A person who does tawbah from his sins as if he has never done any sin. Allah Ta'ala removes that sin from his plate, from his book. Allahu Akbar. This is Allah. So we all should make niyyah of doing tawbah, true tawbah. We all should do that tawbah. And the tawbah is if we do it before our death. إنما التوبة على الله للذين يعملون السوء بجهالة ثم يتوبون من قريب. Allah Ta'ala says tawbah to Allah is the person who does a sin in ignorance, and then he does tawbah very quickly. That's Allah Ta'ala accepts that tawbah. This is tawbah. Ulama say that means qareeb, before his death. And Allah Ta'ala says it's not a tawbah that you see the angel of death and you say, that now I do tawbah. Inni tubtul an. He says this is not tawbah. Now you're seeing the angel of death. Now you see the realities of the next world. Tawbah is that you have iman in Allah Ta'ala and then you do tawbah fearing Him, knowing who He is. This is tawbah. So we all should do tawbah, my friends. Allah Ta'ala is extremely merciful. We cannot live without tawbah. We cannot live like this. We cannot live a life of disobedience of Allah. There's no way. There's no choice. How can we live? We are all going back to Allah. And Allah Ta'ala is waiting for us that we return back to Him. His story that's written in the books, Imam Hassan al-Basri rahmatullah alayh. He had a neighbor, a young kid. And he was a very disobedient kid. Disobedient to Allah, disobedient to his parents. He didn't have a father. He only had one mother. He only had a mother. His father had passed away. And just like, these young kids, teenagers, doing everything, whatever you can think of. And was sinning day and night. And his mother was a very righteous woman. And she would always advise him, my son, don't do this. It brings in the wrath of Allah. Allah Ta'ala becomes angry. But he will never listen to his mother. So she would say, let's go to Hassan Basri. And he will advise you. And he will never go. He said, I don't want to go to him. And she went to Hassan Basri rahmatullah alayhi, and she told him, please make dua for my son. He's sinning day and night. I've asked him to come to you. He's not coming. So he said, I'll make dua, but looks like he's a gone case. SubhanAllah, what happened was that Allah Ta'ala put, a disease came to this young man. And that disease increased and increased, and the time came that he went on his deathbed. He was about to die. And suddenly he realized that what did I do with my life? He's on his deathbed. And he's thinking, I've spoiled my life. And he asked his mother, he said that, is there any way that Allah Ta'ala will forgive me? She said, you have been so arrogant all your life. He said, can you go and call Hassan Basri? I cannot go, I cannot walk anymore, I'm in bed, I'm so sick. Can you please call him and, maybe we will ask him. She went to Hassan Basri and she said to him, my son is calling you, can you go? And he said, his son has been so arrogant, I don't know, he's not calling me for anything. I don't think that he's calling me for right reasons. I'm not coming. Let me do my work, I don't want to waste my time. She came back. She said to her son, Hassan Basri has refused to come to you because you're such a gone case. So the kid, he started crying. He said, I'm such a gone case. I'm such a bad person. And he said to his mother, he said, Oh my mother, I'm such a bad person. I've disobeyed Allah day and night. I've been so arrogant. My mother, when I die, you put a rope in my neck and you drag my dead body into the streets of the city. So that people see that if people are arrogant to Allah, this is the result. And he said that and he passed away. And the mother, of course, he was her son. She started crying and she was thinking what to do. Nobody will even come to my house to, how can I handle my son? I'm alone. He was such an arrogant person. Everybody knew that he's arrogant, he's sinful. Nobody is going to come and even, help me out, pray his janazah. And she was thinking and she was crying and suddenly somebody knocked at the door. And she opened the door and with Hassan Basri. She said, why did you come? He said that, after I was busy studying and, I was tired and I went to rest for a while and I slept. And a voice came in my dream. And somebody was saying, Hassan Basri, my friend has passed away, go and read his janazah. I've come to read the janazah of the friend of Allah. Of the friend of Allah. This is how Allah Ta'ala appreciates when people do tawbah to Allah. True tawbah, tawbatun nasuh. True, sincere tawbah. Ya Allah, I've been so arrogant all my life. I've been sinning day and night. I've been disobeying you. That's enough, Ya Allah. Not anymore. Allah Ta'ala loves those people. Allah Ta'ala loves those people. Al-Ta'ibu Habibullah. Inna Allah yuhibbu tawwabin.
Allahu, Allahu, Allah. मैं तेरे सामने तेरे सामने झुक रहा हूँ खुदा मेरा कोई नहीं अल्लाह